again, people, this has actually happened. And it's like, why aren't you doing something? And I said, well, I'm sorry, honey, that you didn't realise. But, maybe Jamie's podcast didn't have the reach I thought it would. But, I am actively trying to do something.
Yes.
So it really gives me, spiritual satisfaction. And so the well-being and the stuff that's manifested for me has just been amazing on all the domains of well-being.
Yeah.
And there's like however many of them that there are. They say there's like up to 9 or something.
Yeah.
And that day I rattled them off.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wow, that's amazing. There was one question. There was one question that I was going to ask her, just to say what you were just talking about then in relation to the richness, but it's gone. That's okay. It'll be
richness comes back.
Yeah, and I think that it is that connection of that, and I think that one of the things for me, stepping into this space a lot more presently this year, it's been really exciting to. For me, it's about, and I think you've touched on it before, it's about all the different spaces in which we can take Wayapa to the world and how it can be embedded into so many parts of people's lives. Just by using that one word, it connects us back to our responsibility, it connects us back to the environment, it connects us back to each other with those stories and those narrations about sharing, the sunrise this morning and, the moon cycle that's just happened and how powerful it was, the planetary alignments, getting out and away from the TV and looking into the night sky and actually seeing what it's actually doing and understanding those concepts that has an impact on us, and that's that connection. I think that the more of the narrative that you use, the more aware that you are. So, I think that's a good...
Yeah, and I just feel like, if there's anyone out there that's thinking of becoming a practitioner, we just need more practitioners with more different backgrounds and more diversity of networks and resources and stuff like that, because Wayapa is so holistic and can be tailored for so many different settings and groups of people and things like that, if there's we want to increase the diversity within our system, don't we?
Oh, we do.
The practitioners,
and we've got obviously nearly 50% of non-Aboriginal people that are practitioners. We've got Indigenous doctors, we've got non-Indigenous psychologists, we've got Indigenous psychologists, we've got physiotherapists, I think I said that. But, school teachers, we've got a couple of young Aboriginal fellows working in the prison systems, teaching Wayapa. We've got practitioners that can, tap into, like you said, from kindergartens through to aged care facilities and corporate, everything in between that. So if you're out there, get on board and become a part of the Wayapa Work family, because it's an amazing community to be in, amazing support. Alana, is there anything else you wanted to sort of add?
I just wanted to sort of say, it's probably about 100 things, but I'll try and narrow it down. So because I did this cultural determinants webinar with Kerry Arabina, and there was a woman that said at the end of that, is there anything happening in the refugee space? And when I feel about people that have a traumatic history that are coming to this continent to live, I feel like Wayapa is such a beautiful welcome mat for them. And I said, no, we don't. But if you're interested, you should look into it, because we don't know anyone who's in that space that can do that. But, when you think about all the people that come to this country, that would be such a powerful healing thing for them to have, to feel that safety and that connection to the country, to the land. Yeah, just really beautiful.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, so that's an idea, but there's thousands of ideas around what you could do with it. With the 14 elements, there's just I've almost sort of, stopped sort of thinking about, I could, package up this as a workshop. I could do this. There's, so much stuff with the hunter and the gatherer around change management and, team building and just, working regeneratively, never causing the extinction of a species, really powerful messages for us as humans. But all of them are so, I just sort of, sometimes I look at you and I think, oh my gosh, did you realise how effing awesome it was going to be? It's just so.
Yeah, very, very, I feel very humbled to have the idea awoken, from our ancestors, that sense of responsibility to be able to obviously link up with Sarah, who had that business knowledge and structure to be able to put it into an internationally accredited modality that sits alongside the other amazing modalities, to be able to then, share that in a way that's both at a personal level and an organic level, but also at a professional level, and for people to actually, be employed with it, or create their own full-time income or supplement their income in a way that's looking after the planet. Again, we talk about, that, environmental, economic, sustainability. I think it's been an amazing journey, and yeah, I didn't know, and who knows where it's going to go. Yeah, who knows.
There's such messages for the rest of the world around what Wayapa can share, like, in terms of that non-competitive enoughness. When I think about all the lives that have been lost through wars and things like that, it's just seems really crazy. But it's actually that's what the rest of the world, also parts of the world, have grown up thinking that you have to defend who you are by taking someone out or whatever it might be. And this is like the antithesis to that. It's actually we're going to wrap you in love and abundance and gratitude and build you up. And it, I've never I remember going to this talk that Uncle Bruce Pascoe did down at Glen Ira, and he was sort of saying, it was for the Jewish Labour Bund, and he was saying, I don't want any of you to walk away thinking that it was some sort of utopia, pre-colonisation. He said people still had jealousy and there were fights and, people had shitty days, that sort of thing, but, we never caused, mass warfare on another group of people. We never, we're doing things that caused extinctions of species and stuff like that. So it was just like, it does sound like some sort of nirvana, but it's actually achievable because it has happened. It's, we have the evidence here from this continent of that. So, I just feel there's such wisdoms for the rest of the world around, this simple but profound way of living life.
Yeah, no, I do. Well, thank you so much
That's
for
right.
sitting and having a yarn and being my
Pleasure.
first ever Wayapa Work podcast guest, and OG as you are, and thank you for all the amazing work. Alana has really championed the modality and really got out there and made it our own, and that's the beautiful thing about Wayapa is that we make it our own. It's not a conformed box that you have to do this and that. There's a very organic way that you can immerse yourself in the modality and take it on your own journey, because as humans, as individuals, as a collective, it's oneness. So Alana's really embodied that, so thank you for all the work that you do.
Thanks to you and Sarah as well.
Probably thanks to Sarah more so, but I was the seed and she was the sunshine, the earth, the water, everything to grow the tree. So I was just that little seed, but you got to start with a seed. So thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you all at our next interview. We've got another amazing Wayapa worker lined up to have a little yarn. I won't tell you who it is, so you have to tune in to see. So good look, and see you all next time. Hopefully that turned off. I don't know what happened to the GoPro. I charged it up this morning, so it should have been charged.
So the beeping sound was the battery, was it?
I don't know. It couldn't have been the card, or maybe it was the card, the SD card. Maybe it only shoots for. Yeah, it's saying it's full. That's not right. It didn't go for more than 50 minutes. That's turned off. Let's see if that worked now. Next minute didn't work.
Oh damn, we've got to go again.
Don't say that. What am I doing here? No, it worked. 30 minutes. That's good. Perfect.